Because my disease was rather aggressive, and remember that this was 10 years ago, where a lot of the treatments that are available today were not available, I elected to go for an allogeneic stem cell transplant. This is where stem cells are gathered from in my case, an unrelated stranger, but who's matched me in terms of the makeup of their blood cells. So I received a relatively high dose of chemotherapy to suppress my own immune system so I wouldn't reject the transplant. And then the stem cells were injected into me. This took place in a hospital. I was hospitalized for about a month. But unfortunately, I ended up rejecting the transplanted cells, and I never engrafted, never took on the donor cells, and quickly relapsed both with my CLL and my low platelet condition, my ITP. Having failed a bone marrow transplant and having my prognostic markers retested, I found that now I had almost all the bad prognostic markers, including a deletion of 17p, this short arm of the 17th chromosome, which renders CLL chemorefractory. Chemotherapy wouldn't work for me now. I bought some time with some immunotherapy, trying to control my disease and my low platelet condition. But about 7 years ago, there was a buzz that there were some new therapies coming. These were all in phase 1 trials. And while there had been disagreement among hematologists about the best approaches to manage CLL, there was tremendous excitement about these new targeted therapies that were coming aboard. At that time, they were known as CAL-101, which today is idelalisib, and PCI 32765, which is now known as Ibrutinib. I fought hard with my insurance and decided to leave sunny California for snowy Ohio to enter a phase 1 trial of PCI 32765. And it was one of the early patients involved in that trial to see how well it would work for CLL. The early data was exciting, but it was an early trial. I had a very successful run. I've been on Ibrutinib, or PCI 32765, for 69 months now with a remarkable response. One of the big advantages for me entering a clinical trial of PCI 32765 or Ibrutinib is that not only it put my CLL into a deep remission, it also controlled my ITP, my immune thrombocytopenic purpura, and my platelet levels climbed into the normal range. So controlling the disease also controlled the complications of the disease.